Hi guys, I am back at Mama's house making a new video. Well, I've been seeing these little gnomes everywhere and I don't like the regular ones that sit out in your yard, so I decided to make some of the little look Ukraine looking or my my own take on it anyways. Um I'm going to tell you what you need first. I have just a little cup, or you can get a measuring cup, something small like a 16-ounce little cup, some rubber bands, tube socks of whatever kind you like. You can get white or you can get colored. Saves time if you can find the colored ones on the clothing. Then you can get socks with glitter, with little animals on them. You can see that, little unicorns. And you can also get textured socks with the little, as Professor Clunk, the little bumpy things on them. And that's pretty much it. Just an array of socks, different colors, different textures. And I got all these socks here for $1 at the Dollar Tree or the dollar store, whatever they're calling it in your store. Everything is actually $1. So you also need a tray, just any old tray, nice size tray, because when you pour the rice into the socks, you're going to need that tray to keep rice from being all over your floor. I happen to have a bucket of rice that I use to put my electronics in when they're getting wet, so it's okay to use discarded rice. And I have some fishing wire because it works good with the wrapping on the nose. After you've wrapped the rubber band, you reinforce. You can also use nylon thread, which is really durable. You'll need a glue gun. Preferably, I like the Gorilla Glue sticks, but I'm actually using the sticks that came with this gun, so there you have it. Don't want to heat up the glue gun yet. Actually, you're also going to need a pair of scissors. I bought faux fur, some faux fur of your choice. And a lot of people do different colors, different beards. But since it's Ukraine, I thought, hey, I'll get this color. Very inexpensive for half a yard. And I got also some embroidery thread, I guess. Embroidery thread. These were 48 cents at Walmart. Half a yard of this faux fur was $6.99. And the other store, as I said before, is at Dollar Tree. Now, what you want to do, from what I've seen, oh, I don't have my scissors. Hold, please. Okay, guys, I have some small, very sharp scissors, and I have some old school shears, cutting shears. I also have a pin glue gun. Not too many people like these, but for what I'm needing it for, it couldn't hurt. You have that, and also, Alexa, what are my notifications?
You don't have any notifications.
Okay, so I don't have any. Okay, now I have just turned my air off, guys. It's feeling pretty good out there. Hopefully it won't get warmer than 80 degrees. But for right now, I'm going to take my sweater off and get this video started. It might be a little lengthy video, but if you want to tune in, I'll try to go as quickly as I can to explain, and then I'll come back and show you some other things. This is the first video of Ukraine gnomes, or Christmas gnomes, excuse me. Whatever you want to call them, is cute. So I'm going to clear my workstation. I don't know where my razors are, but normally it would be a good idea to cut your, see, that's two-tone, isn't that cute? Cut your faux fur on the back side, just slightly, cut out your beard shape and then go along that line, just cutting the fabric from the back, because sometimes when you cut the faux fur, it actually shreds. It makes excess fur come off. We don't want that shedding. So, first off, let's see, decide. I'm gonna open all my things here. Let me get you guys ready. And I'll just open it from the top so I can use that like a little pouch. Put these in a tiny, let's just put these here. Put some here if that's the right kind. I hope that's the right kind. I don't feel like it. But rubber bands are best. This feels like those plastic kind, but I'm just going to test these out and see how well it works. Okay. I think that I will start this process with these. I'm going to just open those up. I'm going to take one of the socks off and lay one aside. Now, depending on how big you want your gnome to be, that's up to you. And you can come back and you want to cut this. Well, this doesn't have a heel, so you can, I'd say about half and half, or a little over half. You never know what you're going to use that top part for. So, and also you can buy some styrofoam cones that you can get from the Dollar Tree when they have them, Walmart when they have them, Hobby Lobby has them, more expensive place, but you get the gist. So we're going to start, is that gray or brown? Maybe we'll do this kind of like the bottom. Now, if you want to get creative with these, you can also use, like, cut your top half off, and then you can cut about this much of this end, and you can also use this for their clothing, like a sweater. Okay? Yes. Right? And what she said. Right? That is sorry. About the, well, good interruption. So, at this point, I am going to adjust my camera and so that you can see what my hands are doing. Because at this point, let's just get that going. Okay. Now I've picked that. I'm going to start here. I will use the, let's see, I want the gnome to be, probably, I'm going to cut the sock in half. These socks, these scissors are older than me, and I'm 54, guys. So we've got this, and then what you want to do, if you're planning on using these for clothes, you're just going to stretch this bad boy out like so and put it up on your gnome. I like to use all my product and not waste, so you can actually, do something like that for his collar, and then, his body's going to be like this. But first, what we're going to do is the messy part. So we're going to take our cup, and we're going to gather our rice. we are going to Scooby-Doo. If you can see this, you probably can't. Gonna scoop this right. Well, put your rice container on your tray. That makes more sense, doesn't it? And then you're going to roll your sock down like so. This is just a quick fill method. Some people also use a scoop, or they use two socks together. They use the tube socks for thickness, but the tube sock should be thick enough, and the clothes should be the added bonus. So we're going to just fill that sock right up. Oops, try not to waste any, see? Well, there I go again. But we're going to, no waste, so we're going to put this, I shouldn't put the rubber bands here, but anyways, we'll do that later. So at this point, we are filling our little sock. Should have got 2 scoops. Fill your cup. What is that? Let's just see if it worked. I guess the battery's dead. I'm a laser pointer. Go figure. And then we're going to take our sock like so. Rice. I filled it a little above half. Just put your sock right over it. Turn it over and empty it out. It should, see how that just kind of pooches down, and just go. And we're going to probably going to get a measuring. Will you give me a measuring cup out of the drawer in there, baby? A measuring, yeah, by the stove, I think. So, got it to have, you know, got it to where I want it almost. Thank you, dear. Mm-hmm. I'll keep those too. And just so I'll quit scooping this rice out on the table till I get it down. So it was really full. Since I love rice and I no longer can eat it, I thought, don't throw it away. I've got uses for it. And also, here's a quick tip. If you drop your phone in the toilet, in the sink, or little small electronics that you have that you drop in water, then you just dry it off as best you can, and then stick it all the way down into a tub of rice and leave it there for about a week. And you should have full functionality of your phone again if you think it's ruined. And I happen to know this works because I have dropped my phone in water. I'm not doing that the other way because it's short, but so then we're going to get him, I don't know, yeah, it's about a good size. This will be a small gnome. Has the right color, so you can scooch it down and shape it to whatever you want. And then you want to get this as full as possible, but leave enough give so that when you pinch out his little nose, you can actually get that. So we're going to fill some more. And for those of you that don't want to hear me talk, just fast forward it to the parts that you think, that you deem necessary to fulfill this task. And we're at the 14-minute mark, so I'm going to speed it up and quit talking so much. So, got that. Now, got that. And I scooch that down. And then I've got this rubber band. I use the white ones. And then you're going to take some, I say fishing line, whatever, cut it about this is fishing line, but we might need to go on and use that nylon thread because this, we're wrapping it around, wrapping it around, wrapping it around. Well, and I'm just sticking the ends down in here, down in the top. Because it is fishing wire, you can take your glue gun and where you stuck that wire, put a bead of glue over it, blow it, and it won't melt through. But yeah, we're gonna have to use, just to give you the idea. You don't want to waste anything, but this is too short, I believe, so I'm just going to pull some more off. Which way? And we're going to just take about 12 inches. I know it's wasteful, but I'm going to get that knot in there first. And then we're going to, get another knot. And then we're going to wrap, 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 and then we're going to do another tie. And just tie that like so. And well, I have that up there, so I'm not going to do that down yet, but I need to get my heat going, which I should have already been doing. I think I dropped something there, but now, it's always best to have some standby stuff. Since it's my first time doing this type video, or a video of this length, you want to have your miniature glue gun on standby, already heated, and you want your larger glue gun that is, going to be for you. And then I'll just drop that. Just using a lid to catch the excess glue. Just set your glue gun on that and make sure you have it enforced so that it won't fall to the floor. Or if you're working near your carpet, then you know what that means. So, right now we're going to put the rice aside. So we're going to get all the rubber bands off. Sorry, people. Should have known better than that. But anyway, we're going to take the rice to the side. We're going to scoop this tray. And we're just going to let this rice go back into the bucket. The lid on. Your work area stays nice and loose, and you don't have to worry about working around your mess. So, just gonna set this down here, this down here. And also, when you're out doing this, you can get your embellishments. Now, the way I saw, you just kind of get your form together. You're going to figure out where you want his nose at, about this much, I guess. Just figure out how big or how little you want his nose to be, and you're going to grab his little nose and start the process of wrapping maybe 3 times this little plastic rubber band will. And then you can make him taller, you can make him shorter, you can make him happy, you can, well, you can't see his eyes anyway, but You can make him wide. And these can be door stops. See how cute that is? It's got a little button nose, but you can also, if you can stretch your sock previously, stretch it before you put your rice in it, you'll get a better feel for the nose. You know, you'll be able to make it bigger. Okay, so the next step, got the hat. Now I'm just going to use this actual sock since it's so cute. I am going to take this sock and just put it on. Or actually I'll turn it this way so it looks more cute that way. Let's see if I can get this little booger on here. Some people do it from the top, you can do it from the bottom, but just kind of gather it so it's less of a struggle getting his clothes on. So once you've got it on, you just work your sweater up. Give him sort of a collar, if you will. It's got his little got a little collar going with his sweater coming down. You can kind of bunch it up, and you've got his little sweater going where it looks like he's wearing. There you go. You've got the around there. Now see how that looks? He's coming along really nicely. So, next step, let's see my glue gun. Okay, it's ready. Let me try this method. This is a new method. I'm just trying it. Since I'm using fish wire, I'm just sticking the ends of the wire right down in there and pushing it in as far as it'll go. And you won't be able to see this. So, oh, he's coming out the other side. Wait. I gotta come sticking him down in there. We ain't doing that either. Here's one thing. See if I can stick this little short end down in there. Yeah, it goes right in there. And then, you know, you're putting this glue on there like that. It's totally okay because you're not going to be able to see this. So, you want to be careful of the glue also. So, depending on what you want, to have a turtleneck on there so far, and then we're going to find him a hat that goes so. We've got a hat that goes. We can probably we're going to use the other sock just for my bright ideas. Okay, we want to see how this goes. A two-tone sock. So we're going to general idea. I didn't pre-cut any of this fur because I was too excited. But pre-cut your fur. And here's how we're just gonna put it upside down. Okay, we're gonna almost. He's gonna work. So okay, now you didn't see that because the camera wasn't recording. But you will need a marker to mark about 6 inches of your fur. Now, I use the straight razor to try to minimize the shedding. And then you just get your razor. But you have to be careful with these razors that are uncased, because that could be the very cutting of you. Okay. I'll put it back down here. I think that's the way it's supposed to be anyways. So I'm going to fold this back up. We do have some shedding, but we want to minimize that also. We're going to take this square and kind of see cut this in a V, so let me get it right in my head. You want to, this is going like this. Make sure your fur's angled the right way so that his fur won't be facing upward. When you make your little, you just want to see, you make a little outline on the back. And this is my first try at making these gnomes, so hopefully it's a result you would like to see. And if you try this at home, and you could save the little pieces for whatever else. Say if you make a baby gnome, you've got a little beard already. Now, sometimes you can just easily just give him a little, a little crooked beard or whatever. But see, and you go, you got that on there, you can see. We want to take our glue gun. I'm going to just make a little beard. We're going to use, what do I do? Oh, we're going to take, let's see if you can see that. We're going to just take, okay, so which way is it going? It's going this way for the fur to hang down. So we're going to take the bead of glue and run it across like so. And then we're going to take Pete here and just kind of scooch this around Pete's face like so. And then you just press it down. And then you're going to pull if you want to do it that way, because we need to have Pete's face covered. So I thought that would be a cute idea, but red on red, so maybe we'll just go in reverse. We're going to save this for another one, so we're just going to pick out him another hat. Maybe we'll give him a black hat. Okay, this is a 30-minute video. I'm gonna have to cut some stuff out of this. So, gotta make this more interesting. So right now we're going to take and squash this hat over So yay, nay, no. I don't like the way that black hat looks. But let's try this. Since it is the other sock, you don't have to use the entire sock, I'd say, but get on there. I still don't like the way that scrunches up. These socks are more for the body, but I just like that two-tone pattern. This red doesn't go with that red. This gray doesn't go with that gray. So, what we're going to do is this. We are going to use our big scissors and cut just above half. Not cooperating. So, you're seeing what I'm doing here. We're just putting his little fuzzy hat on. We're going to take another rubber band and see how this works. Just put it on the top. Kind of like how that looks. So we're going to pull the sweater up and the hat down. We're going to take our glue gun and we're going to put a bead here. Hold. I like to hold and blow. And then we're going to put another bead on the other side of his nose. Wipe, hold, and blow. Kind of lets it set in. And then we're going to pull his hat down like so. And then we've got the little lumberjack looking. So we're going to add some holiday cheer to him. Just hold his sweater in place. And you come around to the back. Do the same. You don't want his stuff moving. Just kind of give it the old. You come around to the side. want to get, oh, did he come off? Now, for bigger bunches, you're just going to want to use like a more of the sock, but because I was trying to use most of it, we have just like the coolest little fuzzy wuzzy, and there you have it. And you can make these in any size. You just use the same process, same concept, and you have it. And if you like what you've seen here, just hit that like button and subscribe to Mama's House. That's #1, hashtag Mama's #1 house. And there you have it. Later, guys.